Hello, all my friends out there, fellow CEOs, business leaders. I've been sharing some tips in a series of 7 videos, and in the last one, I shared some tips around what is intermittent fasting. So it's important to know these things. So you can go back to that video, or I'll share a way to get a free guide in a moment. But I'm addressing an important topic, something that's near and dear to my heart. It's a topic around weight loss, and one of the most effective tools, I would say the simplest, most effective tool for dealing with weight loss, for losing weight, for getting the benefits, and that is fasting, right? Maybe a scary word for a lot of people, certainly was for me when I got into it years ago. So this one, we're gonna get into the number four, most important thing that you need to know before you get into fasting for effective weight loss. So after watching this video, I just want to let you know, or while you're watching this video, you can go ahead and click on the link in the notes, in the comments, and you can go and grab the free guide yourself. Instead of watching the videos, you can get all 7 tips, you can read through them, and I'll give you some more information, helpful tips for weight loss, for fasting, for optimizing your performance, upgrading your health, your mind, your body, and your spirit. So in this one, let's dive in. So I'm going to break this down into basically 3 different sections. And I'm going to ask one question. So tip number 4 is a question. Is fasting safe? So you're going to learn, is fasting safe? And this is something that people are worried about. I was worried about. You think that if you go for a while without food, it's dangerous. What's going to happen? What's going to happen to your body? So we're breaking this down into 3 parts. 1, the dangers of fasting. 2, why fasting is safe. And 3, where to begin for safe and effective fasting. So breaking those down, I believe, absolutely, of course, I believe that fasting is actually always safe as long as you do it in a healthy way. So that is, if you don't overdo it, you don't underdo it, and you're not doing it wrong, right? So we'll dive into that a little bit. We'll touch on this. Number 1, what are the dangers of fasting? So keep in mind, it's important to keep in mind that fasting actually adds a stress to our bodies, right? A stress to your body. And so if used in the wrong way, it can let's start with the benefit. So if used in the right way, it can drastically help you lose weight and improve your overall health, right? But on the other hand, if used inappropriately in the wrong way, it can actually lead to lasting damage to your body. So that's something you want to avoid. So that's why it's good not just to consult a health professional, but also to consult somebody who knows about fasting, right? And we get into that in my paid program, in the Master Faster Challenge. And you can ask me about that if you're interested. So number 2, why do I think fasting is safe? Why do I think you should think fasting is safe? So if you're fasting in a healthy way, fasting is always safe, always safe. So what do I mean by that? So take a minute to think about, how long do you sleep at night? So hopefully you're in bed for about 8 hours at night. And so you can think during this time, you're actually fasting, as long as you're not eating in bed, which is actually something that seems to be popular here in Thailand. You're already fasting, and that's something to think about, like, oh wow, I'm actually fasting. And I can explain that in more detail later on, but let's dive into number 3. So where do you begin, right? So some action you can take right now. So think about the minimum effective dose, right? So this is the minimum amount of something that you need to get some kind of effect, to begin getting the effect. So for fasting, I dove into the research, and there is a number that I think has shown that there are a lot of good, beneficial health effects if you go just 13 hours without food. So you can think about, if you're in bed for 8 hours, just about 2.5 hours on either end of that without food. You're actually getting some major health benefits. So that's actually what I do. I'm not telling you what to do. You have to figure it out for yourself. So that's what I've been telling you in this series, is that you need to experiment for yourself, figure it out on your own. So that's all you get for now. So in the next tip, you'll learn who should not fast, right? So that's an important question, because some people think, well, maybe I have this problem, that problem, I'm this or that. You think you're special in some way, you are. But you think because of that, maybe you're not a good candidate for fasting. And we'll dive into that next time. So quick recap, you learned the number 4 tip of all the 7 tips that you must know before you get into fasting for effective weight loss. And you learned 3 things. 1, the dangers of fasting. 2, why fasting is safe. And 3, where to begin for safe and effective fasting. So that's it for now. One quick reminder, click the link to get your free guide with all 7 of these tips, so you learn and you know what to do before you get into fasting for effective weight loss. That's it. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.